Hey guys, good evening. It's September 10th, my night video. This one's pretty important to me, and I'm excited to share it with you all. I don't know how long it's going to be. And you can see behind me there's something that's rare for my time in Oklahoma: blue skies. I've been nothing but clouds most of my journey here. Tonight's going to be kind of a mixed message, to be honest with you, because on one hand I'm going to be asking for your help, and on another hand I'm going to be asking you to not be as helpful, if that makes any sense at all, and maybe it doesn't. So sorry about that, I got a text. So here's kind of the deal. I've tried to be as honest and transparent with you as I can, and I'm kind of letting you into my mindset right now with a few things. And I know a lot of you really care for me and have grown to like me and what I'm doing and the message. A lot of you just support the message and the journey, not so much me, and that's okay too. And I appreciate it. The last thing I want to do with this video is sound unappreciative in any way, shape, or form. And a lot of you, sometimes I tend to be a little self-deprecating, and some of you, believe in confidence and don't say negative things and think positive, and I get that and I appreciate that. But I'm going to try to be brutally honest and point the thumb at myself during this conversation with you all. And some of you may be tempted to say no. But just hear me out and trust me when I tell you I'm the one that's kind of living it and doing it. So so here's the reality. Starting probably Friday, I'm going to ask for your help up until Friday. In fact, I'm going to ask for probably a lot of help, more than I've ever done. And I don't ask for help easily. I really don't. I ask to help be part of the journey, but I haven't asked for help from me specifically, but I'm going to. But I'm going to only up until Friday, and then let me explain. So I am 10 weeks into my journey, and I've walked almost 1,100 miles in 9 weeks. And the truth of the matter is, for me, this whole journey is changing pace right now. Starting in my mind already, it started the other day when I had this epiphany when I woke up, but I'm going to put it into effect soon, after Oklahoma City. And I'll tell you guys what I need up until then. If you're willing to help me, great. If not, we'll be okay. I'll find a way. That's what this journey's been about. But up until the point of this journey, the journey started off with me wanting to find humanity in people, and I sought people out. I sought out restaurants and mini marts and homes and churches, and I sought them out. And it was miraculous. The first half, I've got so many stories, and the book is it really is going to be fantastic. And I've got another thought behind that I'm going to follow up on. To those that don't know, there's a couple of folks flying out here, not for me. They were flying out for business, but they're filmmakers, and they want to do a documentary about. Well, they want to do a short documentary about me. They're going to meet me on Sunday, which is why I can't get too far past my plans for Oklahoma City. But the journey, don't take this the wrong way, guys, the journey is not about the people anymore. I've got so many stories, so many things to prove how humanity exists, how people have reached out to me, how people have helped me, have embraced the journey. That part is taking care of itself. I'm not going to ignore people. The stories are still going to be there. The one thing I found out about this journey is that the stories and the people are going to be there. But here's the reality of it, and hear me out. One, I miss my kids like crazy, man. I miss my kids like crazy, and I want to get home to them. Since I crossed the Mississippi, a lot of people have been supporting me by putting me up in hotels or motels for a night to rest my feet and things of that nature. Get a warm breakfast, rest my feet, get a good night's sleep. And as much as I appreciate that, as much as I do appreciate that, and heck, I would love for that to continue through Friday, I don't like it. I feel like I'm cheating the journey, for one. I feel like I'm not stealing, but I'm taking money from people when I could easily be sleeping somewhere. And also, I got to point to myself, I've gotten a little spoiled by it. So here's the thing about me that you don't know. I'm not one of these guys that's mentally strong. I'm not one of these guys that's physically strong. I couldn't make it in the military. They wouldn't let me in, but I couldn't become a Navy SEAL. I'm not one of these people that can put my mind to it and climb a mountain barehanded. Or, you know, I'm being exaggerative, but that's not who I am. If my brother was on here right now, he'd tell you his nickname for me is the Tin Man. I'm pretty soft. And this is where I know you guys are going to go, Jim, what are you talking about? You've walked 1,100 miles in 9 weeks. I have. But you know what? I've held myself back. I can't do that anymore. I'm 50 years old. I want to get home to my kids. I want to get home to my kids as soon as possible. And I also want to challenge myself to do something I never thought I could do. And maybe I can't. I don't know what my limitations are going to be. I don't know what my limitations are going to be. But here's my point. When I set myself up to get to a town 20, 22, 18 miles away, regardless of where I'm staying, whether it's a hotel or not, mentally when I leave that morning, I know I can do it. I can leave at 9 or 10 and I can get there. I know I can sit down and rest for an hour and a half if my legs hurt, and get there because there's a room waiting for me. I really believe in the point to thumb message. I really believe in it. And up to this point, it's been about Jim walking, and that's been secondary. I want that to stop. I believe in my heart of hearts that I need to take, yes, my family and my lack of belief in people triggered it, but it triggered the journey about a message that at this point I want you all to back me up and help spread the message. When you talk to people, talk about the message. Don't talk about a guy walking, all right? I need to get some things together. I've talked to some people really close to me, and let me give you an example. I've got about 1,500 miles to go, a little less than that. But if I could push myself, here's my point. I'm stuck, I'm done for the day right now because somebody, it's not their fault, I'm not trying to point the finger at them, this is on me. I said I'm gonna be at this town in this day. I limited myself. I limited myself to make it to Stroud. Why couldn't I keep walking right now? Why couldn't I be walking for another 4 hours tonight? I don't know how far I'll get. Maybe I'd only get another 7 or 8 miles. But that's my point. As an example, I did the math. If I can average 35 miles a day, 35 miles a day, I can be home to my kids, was it 6 or 7 weeks, around the first week of November. Man, that's a month earlier than I was planning on when I left this journey. That's huge. I don't know if I can do 35 miles a day, guys, but I've never challenged myself to do 35 miles a day. My point being, if I start to wake up at the crack of dawn, even though daybreak is a little bit later here, but let's say I leave at 6 a.m. and I walk until 9 p.m. and take some breaks along the way, of course, stay hydrated. 15 hours. If I walk 3 miles an hour, which I don't do later in the day, that's 45 miles. But let's just say I average 35 miles a day. Let's say I take an hour off. Let's say I take 2 hours off. Let's say I only do 2 miles an hour for the last 5 hours. Who knows? But if I can do 35 miles a day, I will do something that I don't even know that I'm capable of doing, but I need to challenge myself to do it. I can't put out a schedule in advance right now that says I'm going to be in this town and this day, let them know I'm coming through. Because what I do is I've limited myself. And when I'm sitting here in a hotel tonight, watching football and resting my legs, you know what I'm not doing? I'm not walking and getting closer to my kids. And that's my goal right now, is I want to see Grace. It's her birthday today. I want to see Kira. I want to see Landon. I want to hug them. I want to love them. So I want to get through the documentary because I think it's important to spread the message, and I appreciate these folks doing it. But once that happens, once I clear Oklahoma City, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go. And I'm going to go as far as I can go in a given day until I can't go no more, or until dark. And then I'm going to wake up the next day and I'm going to do the same thing. Now, the challenge I'm going to have is finding a place to shower. I still am going to need you folks to be out there for me. I'm still going to ask you folks to give me a place to stay, or if you know of somebody. I still would like a place to stay, ideally, but I don't necessarily want it to be get me in a hotel in a town, and you're not going to be able to because you're not going to know where I'm going to end up. I don't know where I'm going to end up. I don't know if my leg's going to be in so much pain, and guys, I got to be honest with you, I'm physically beat to hell. But I don't know if I'm going to be in so much pain that my legs quit after 20 miles or 22 miles or 24 miles. And when they do, I'm just going to give everything I got so I can get home and look my kids in the eye and tell them I did what I could do. So as much as I appreciate you guys reaching out and trying to get me rooms, if you want to do that, or you want to reach out to family or friends you know around the country as I go, just stay in touch with me throughout the day. I'll be posting updates. I promise you'll be posting updates. But I don't want to limit myself. My kids deserve better, and the journey deserves better. And the journey is not about me walking. The journey is already proven that there's humanity and people will reach out and help me and love me and take care of me. The journey is now about pointing the thumb, spreading the message. Why can't it, guys? Why can't it be taught in every school? Why can't you use it in every household between a parent and a child, a husband and a wife, a boyfriend and a girlfriend? Why can't it be taught in every prison? I've met people that have been in prison said it would work perfect there. Why couldn't it be in every church? Why couldn't we just ask each other, one by one, hey, did you point the thumb? Make it part of your vernacular. Make it part of your everyday. Point the thumb. Did you point the thumb yet? If you use it, it could be used in any context, sports, personal relationships, business relationships. Point the thumb and own what you've done or what you haven't done. Ask yourself if you're really being honest with yourself. And that's what the rest of the journey is going to be about for me. It's not going to be about trying to stop at a town and meet people and tell stories. The beautiful thing I've learned about this journey is the stories are going to be there. People are going to come. Today I was walking through Stroud. I had no idea where. I'm walking down Main Street and I see the Stroud newspaper. I popped in and had a probably 45-minute discussion with Kendra. I don't know if she's doing an article or not. She was so interested in what I mean, here's Kendra in Stroud, Oklahoma, and in walks this guy with this message. What? Are you kidding me? And then she didn't just take my card and dismiss it. She sat there and said, can I record this? Can we talk? And she was so interested. It was the most exhilarating thing for me. These stories are out there. I know Jim and Scott have gotten out ahead of me and tried to get a hold of Oklahoma City already. I know Eric Smith has called Oklahoma City News. You guys need to hear where I'm going and help me get there. I need you guys to help me spread the word. I can walk, I can do the heavy lifting, I can do the smiling and the talking and the videos. I can't get these people to want to listen. It hurt me so much that Tulsa said to me, I think I'm gonna pass. What? Good God, man. Don't pass. It's not about me. I want to grab them by the shoulder and say, how could you want to pass on this message? Let me tell you how you guys can help me. All right, starting tomorrow, I'm going to walk through a town called Chandler and probably end up in a town called Arcadia. Somebody on here reached out to me and said you can stay with us or at least stop by in Arcadia. I can't find the contact information. Please, if you're there, reach out to me. In Chandler, part of the challenge I'm going to have in the desert, I've been whining for weeks about the desert and how I don't know what's going to happen and I'm scared about it. Bullshit. I'm not scared about it. I'm going to take it down. I'm going to tackle it. Here's how I'm going to do it, though. I do need to be safe. Okay? I carry a 30-pound pack. I can't carry 2 or 3 gallons of water with me. If I've got 35, 40 miles between stops, I need to get packed up on dry foods and waters. I need to be able to be alive when I get home to my kids. You guys can help me. Scott Redding reached out and Walmart ordered me kind of this dolly. This little dolly that's got wheels that can serve as kind of a second backpack. That will loosen the load on my back, lighten the load on my back, and it will allow me to add waters and things like that. Between now and Friday, what I need, I don't have a place set up for tomorrow. I have a place set up Wednesday night in Oklahoma City. I don't have a place Thursday in Oklahoma City. If there's anybody in or around Oklahoma City that wants to help the journey, please do. I want a fresh pair of sneakers. These Asics are almost shot that I was given in Cuba, Missouri. The Brooks I have are almost shot. For me to get going, I want to have a fresh pair of sneakers. Most of you know what kind. If you want, you can reach out. If not, I'm going to get myself a pair of sneakers. Waters I can take care of before I go. But I'm going to need to get a bunch of dry food like beef jerky or something like that, granola bars, something that I can pack up that when I'm out on a 40-mile jaunt into the desert, and it's not imperative yet, but it will be a few towns after Oklahoma City, I think. I've got to wrap up, guys, but you can help me with that. Outside of that, the journey is about pointing the thumb. Please support me. Don't worry about getting me rooms. I'm going to just do what I got to do. I love you all. Thank you for following.